Hi, my name's Nick Broughton and I'm a Random Fish. Hit that subscribe button and let's be Random Fishes together, shall we? Now, a while ago I did the entirety of That 70s Show. I did a lot of summarising, I did a lot of stuff like that. I thought I'd go back to basics, go back to just one film, instead of trying to focus on a whole series, because clearly not very good at it at this point yet. So, the film I wanted to take a look at was one that was recommended to me in the shop CEX, if you don't know what that is. Well, clearly if you live in Britain, then you have no film etiquette whatsoever, and screw you. They're a great shop, obviously, they're all around the area, and they sell second-hand films, games, consoles, cameras, iPads, laptops, most things that you can find electronically is sold in CEX, second-hand. So, in the spirit of this, I was told about a certain film. A film that I was told I just had to watch, because it seemed so ridiculous that I should watch it and review it for this channel. So, first of all, I want to say, thanks, Kyle! Really? It's good. It was good stuff. It was this movie. If you don't know what this is, it's called Raiders of the Lost Shark. Raiders of the Lost Shark. It's trying to take an Indiana Jones title and make it about a shark, but the writing on the side, if you look very closely, it's mostly to do with Jurassic Park. The film is essentially featured around a lake in which a supposedly extinct super shark lives and starts eating people. A group of teens, surprise surprise, are all there, and there's murder, there's mayhem, and they have to attempt to destroy this evil thing that's appeared from the government and whatnot. Evil companies, evil things. I explain the plot as genuinely as possible because, frankly, that's not what I watched this movie for. The reasons why I watched this movie and the reason why I feel like I have to make this video are because of three reasons. Number one, straight away from the get-go, there is literally there is a whole screen of text that says this film is based on true events, that there's the names and the places have been changed to hide the identities of the poor traumatized people who had to deal with this tragedy. And for a second I thought to myself, well, clearly they must have changed the thing about the giant shark, because there must have been there was an incident involving a shark, possibly, but I don't think a super shark. And then, of course, the movie basically gives me the middle finger by saying, just kidding. Just kidding. I'll go back to why this is important in just a minute. Number two, one of the reasons why I felt like I had to review this movie is the cinematography in this movie. This movie, it looks like it was shot for a porno. I'm not even kidding. The whole thing feels like it was... I know there's a thing with indie films where not all indie films are going to be shot very well, and I get that. But at the same time, do they have to make it look so damn obvious? There are indie films out there that look like crap, but they have something that keeps you engaged, a good story. This, a story about essentially a prehistoric super shark living in a lake and eating people, is not a good story. So what should you do? You should up the visualization, up the storytelling. Or you know what, even better, don't make this film in the fucking first place. Ugh. And the worst thing is that the beginning of this movie is all sorts of messed up. You have these two security guards who are watching the lake, the facility in the lake that it's based around, all this sort of thing, the lake where this evil shark supposedly lives. And the music that you get in this opening scene, it's like the older security guard is a murderer who's been left on the loose and somehow has acquired this job to pass the time. And all of a sudden, this younger security guard, it's just, it doesn't feel like a shark movie. It feels like not even a murder mystery. It feels just like a random a really shitty thriller. And it feels like it bounces all over the place. And like I said, the whole thing feels like it was shot and made for a porno film, which doesn't help. The whole thing looks and feels like the opening scene, for example. The reason why I quoted the opening scene just a minute ago is there are moments where you get the camera shot and they're walking in the camera shot, and it looks like I'm watching the movie through an Instagram filter. Not even a good Instagram filter. Like, the shitty ones that they went, no, we can't keep that in the program. That's what it feels like. That's what it looks like. That is what my gut is telling me. It just... And finally, the actors. Why? Why do this? I understand, actors, you have to pay the bills, I get it. But do you think there was a point where they were reading the script and just went, holy shit, okay, think of the paycheck, think of the paycheck, think of the paycheck. Oh my god. Do you know what the acting in this film makes it look like? It's not on par, but it's very, very close to being on par with Troll 2. This film doesn't even make me angry. This film makes me concerned. The company that made this thing, Kaleidoscope, they are responsible for some not amazing films, but in my heart of hearts, the reason why I like Kaleidoscope is because they happen to be responsible for bringing out DVDs of Jay and Silent Bob Get Old. Now, if you don't know what that is, check out Smallcast. Moving on. But they made some pretty good, pretty funny, random-ass films. A film that they were responsible for were Strippers vs. Werewolves. Now, that's a film that could be shot like a porno. It could. And it would still work because it's still a reasonably funny concept. This film doesn't feel like a funny concept. This feels like... Best way I can describe this, it's a parody of a parody. That's what this film is. It's a parody of a parody. And just... Oh my god. It's almost like there's nothing worth... There's nothing of real note about this film that I can honestly say that I like. But I can't honestly say that I hate it. But the actors are all unknowns as far as that's concerned. That was never really an issue for me. I love watching unknown actors try and do their best on film, because sometimes they give amazing performances and sometimes they don't. You know, this film, they give okay-ish performances, but again, when I say the cinematography looks like something out of a bad porno, the acting kind of follows suit. It doesn't feel like real acting. It doesn't even feel like you're really in the scene. It feels like you just stood there and you're looking at this guy in the corner who suddenly just goes, wave the sock for him. Yep, Larry's got a little bit soft. Get the wind fan. It's all good. It's all fine. I mean, what the flying fuck? It just... I don't know. This film has a lot to answer for. But you know what? I'm going to say this. Because I had to suffer through this movie. Now it's your fucking job. Go! Buy Raiders of the Lost Shark. Buy it in your local CA. It's only £1. It's not like you're breaking the bank. Watch it. Weep for humanity. And write down in the comments below exactly how annoying this film made you feel. That's the main problem here. This film doesn't make me feel angry. This film makes me feel annoyed. And you know what? In a lot of ways, that's worse. Because if a film makes me angry, I can at least sit there and say this film is so... and actually have a proper tiradeable rant about it. This film is not even... it's just ear-gratingly annoying. Oh, I can't even do a massively long video about this film. That's just how bad... that's how annoying this film is. Yeah? I mean, I'll tell you one thing. Watch it all the way through, hate me later, write in the comments about how it destroyed you. Or you know what, if you've seen it before, let me know. Because frankly, This is just... I mean, okay, back in my Green Lantern review, I said it was like, watching the film was like looking through a really bad green and orange filters sometimes. Yeah, this film, that film over there, that just puts it to shame. Puts it to shame. But anyway, watch it, hate it, let me know about it in the comments below. Randomfish out.